The Washington County Fair began in 1868, and in 2018, we'll be hosting our 150th birthday. In preparation for our sesquicentennial, we have joined forces with Anita Long and staff at Long Film Studio to make a documentary film of the history of the fair.
You'll find everything that's near and dear to a Texan's heart at the Washington County Fair. There's families, agriculture, work ethics, lifelong friendships, community, and of course, cowboys and cowgirls. All of these things are part of a culture built over time. But the past is fading away, and Washington County Fair history is quickly being lost. In fact, before the mid-1980s, there was no concerted effort to gather and preserve fair history. That's when Joycine Hanneth and a dedicated group of volunteers started the very first roundup of fair history to celebrate the fair's 125th anniversary.
We started from scratch, basically, and it took us from, I started in '86, and then in 1993 is when we did the massive exhibit.
In order to be a part of history, the next generation needs to understand what kind of people came before them. The memorabilia and artifacts of history are one thing, but seeing and hearing the people who lived it is also a key part of the documentary. Because of that, one of the long-term benefits of the film project is the gathering of a reference library of oral histories for the Library of Congress and the Smithsonian, so that future generations of Texans can come to know the wisdom and human vitality that makes the fair what it is.
As we approach our 150th birthday, I think it's important to recognize all of the efforts that all past presidents, past volunteers have brought to the Washington County Fair.
While seeking to recognize the families and friends that built the fair, the film is also being made so that future generations of Washington County won't lose touch with the rich heritage built by the fair community.
It's important to everyone to know the history of their ancestors and what they've done and how it follows down in the family, because I truthfully believe that it makes our leaders of tomorrow with our children.
You know, 20 years from now, I'll be long gone, but people can still come back and find out how it was at the fair back in the late 50s and early 40s, and where we've come and where we've gone and where we're headed.
We certainly want to preserve the history of the Washington County Fair. That's a very important event in this county, being especially the oldest county fair in Texas.
Congratulations, Washington County Fair, on your 150th anniversary.
And I am Rex Allen Jr., and I'd like to wish the Washington County Fair a happy 150th birthday. I worked there in 1981 and had the #1 record in Texas called "It's Over, Lord, It's Over." Remember it well. Love the ice cream, too.
Happy 150th anniversary from the Hughes family.
I want to congratulate the Washington County Fair 150-year anniversary. What a deal. And I'm just so happy for you. 150. I played the first one, matter of fact, 150 years ago. I remember that. I brought my band in a wagon, you know.
Although there's lots of memories to share, in closing, we want to look back into the past and see what people are most proud of, what they showed at the fair.
I showed a Jersey heifer when the fair was down at Fireman Park.
Champion lamb in '65.
The early 50s is when I started to show lambs, because my dad had a number of sheep, and that's what I really remember, the responsibility of getting up in the morning and feeding the lambs.
I did a page of penmanship, a pencil drawing, and a picture of a home from the old homestead coffee can.
I had a series of gilt and showed down at Fireman's Park, and that was before the fairgrounds was here, so I'll go back a few years.
I had had my very first heifer that I showed. It was a Holstein heifer.
Reserve Grand Champion steer last year. And then in 2009, I won the Grand Champion Commercial Halter heifer.
My kids have showed ever since they were in the 3rd grade till they graduated. They've showed carcass pigs, show bearers, halter heifers, and registered Angus.
Actually, in 2009, I was Grand, and last year I was also Reserve.
I started showing lambs in 1956 when I was 7 years old.
I am showing Pen of 3 commercial heifers, a turkey, and I'm at the Country Creations, and I did the AgMec show.
And how much money did you get for your turkeys?
$2,700.
And what are you going to do with that money?
I'm going to save it up for a house and a car.
We need your help to preserve the legacy of the Washington County Fair. For more information about how you can support the sesquicentennial documentary of our Washington County Fair, please contact Roger Chambers or go to the fair website. So, our question is simple. Can we count you in?